Breaking news, a deadly shooting inside of a Buckhead nightclub. Police say 6 people were shot. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson is live outside of the 1145 Lounge on Peachtree Road. And Asia, we know 2 people are dead.
You're exactly right, Megan. Atlanta police telling us a man and a woman died inside 1145 Lounge, and it's still a very active scene here. It's been a very emotional morning. You can see people are still here. We've seen a number of people crying and hugging all morning over what happened inside. Now, here's what we know so far. Atlanta police say around 2:30 this morning, they responded to 1145 Lounge and found 6 people had been shot. 2 of them, a man and a woman, died on scene inside. We're told 4 people are now at local hospitals and expected to survive. All victims are between the ages of 20 and 30. That's according to investigators. Police believe there was some sort of fight that got physical and then gunshots went off. Detectives saying no one is in custody at this hour, but they do say it appears that there was likely only one shooter. Now, this morning, the homicide commander reacting to the vast number of people shot.
Obviously, any shooting is disturbing. When you have the number of people shot, that arises our concern. But again, to speak to club procedures and letting individuals in with a gun, that'll be a part of our investigation right now. But we are in the preliminary stages, so we don't know exactly.
And back out here live, you're looking at the scene right now. Investigators are still actively investigating. Atlanta police saying right now they do not have a description of the shooter. They're hoping to soon look at surveillance video from inside to help with that. We're also told they will be interviewing the 4 surviving victims as well as other witnesses here on scene. We're live in Buckhead this morning. Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
And we can see still active there today, so we will check in throughout the morning for updates. Asia, thanks.